What if I told you that an emperor once ruled not just a kingdom, but his own mind? That power, real power, isn't in thrones, armies, or gold, but in self-control, in reason, in silence. His name echoes through the ages. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, yes, but more importantly, a master of himself. In a world of chaos and constant struggle, he found peace, not by escaping, but by mastering his inner world. Welcome to AREV. If you're ready to build your mind like a Stoic warrior, hit that subscribe button right now. Because today we're going deep into the mind of Marcus Aurelius and how you can start thinking like him. Imagine yourself, if you will, standing at the heart of Rome. The Colosseum roars with the din of gladiators and the cries of the crowd. Chariots thunder past, a blur of speed and fury. The senses are overwhelmed, chaos reigns, yet above it all, perched on the Palatine Hill, stands the emperor. He sees the same spectacle, hears the same cacophony, but he is unmoved, for he understands a fundamental truth. There are things you can control, your thoughts, your reactions, your own will. And there are things you cannot, the actions of others, the whims of fate, the inevitable tides of life. To fixate on what you cannot control is to invite misery, to be tossed and turned by the storm. But to master your inner world, to cultivate stillness amidst the tempest, that is true power. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that we are all emperors of our own minds, not by birthright, but by choice. Choose wisely what you allow to rule you. It may seem a morbid thought, this contemplation of our own mortality, but Marcus Aurelius would argue it is the most vital reflection of all. For in understanding that our time is finite, we begin to truly value the preciousness of each passing moment. Imagine a single grain of sand representing your entire life held in the palm of your hand. Each experience, each relationship, each triumph and failure contained within that one delicate granule. Now, open your hand slowly and watch as that precious sand slips away, grain by irreplaceable grain. This is the relentless march of time. It waits for no one, neither emperor nor slave. Knowing this, how then shall you choose to spend the precious moments that remain? Will you squander them on trivial pursuits, on anger, on envy, on the endless pursuit of more? Or will you embrace the fleeting beauty of life, savor each interaction, and live with a fierce urgency that honors the gift of existence? The clock is ticking. What will you do with the time you have left? The world, as you know, is full of itself. A cacophony of self-importance, of striving for recognition, for status. Yet, Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the known world, understood the futility of such pursuits. He saw the vastness of the cosmos, the intricate dance of life unfolding over millennia, and he recognized the absurdity of our human need to inflate our own importance against such a backdrop. Imagine standing on a mountain peak, gazing out at a sky ablaze with stars. Each point of light representing a sun, perhaps even more massive than our own, orbited by worlds unseen. In such moments, our earthly concerns, our petty grievances, shrink to their proper size. To release the ego is not to become insignificant. It is to become part of something far greater than ourselves, to connect with the timeless wisdom of the universe, to find contentment in simply being. For in the grand tapestry of existence, it is not our ego, but our actions, our kindness, our contributions to the greater good that will truly endure. Life, much like the Roman Empire itself, is not a gentle thing. It's a crucible, forging strength through hardship, resilience through adversity. There will be times when the weight of the world just seems unbearable, when storms gather and threaten to break you. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us we're not defined by the challenges we face, but by how we face them. To complain, to rage against the inevitable is to waste precious energy. Think of the Stoic mountains, enduring the relentless battering of wind and rain for millennia. They do not crumble, they do not complain, they stand firm, a testament to the power of quiet endurance. So too must you meet the trials of life head-on with courage and resolve. Embrace the struggle, for it's in these moments that your spirit is tempered, your character refined. Remember, even the darkest night will eventually give way to dawn. Endure with grace and emerge from the fire stronger than ever before. In the heat of the moment, when emotions run high, it's easy to be swayed by anger, by fear, by the desire for immediate gratification. But Marcus Aurelius urges us to resist these impulses, to act not from fleeting feelings, but from a place of duty, of reason, of unwavering principle. Imagine a Roman soldier standing guard at his post. He may be weary, he may long for the comfort of the barracks, but his duty is clear: to stand firm, to protect his comrades, to uphold the honor of Rome. So too must you identify your duties in life, to your family, to your work, to your own self-improvement. And when the storms of emotion threaten to overwhelm you, just remember your duty. For it is in these moments of steadfast commitment, of choosing the harder but nobler path, that you truly forge an unbreakable spirit, a spirit worthy of an emperor. Let reason be your guide, duty your compass, and you'll navigate the treacherous waters of life with unwavering resolve. The world, my friends, can be a cruel and unforgiving place. Betrayal, deceit, malice, these are wounds that cut deep, leaving scars that may linger a lifetime. And it's natural, even tempting, to hold on to that pain, to let it fester into bitterness and resentment. But Marcus Aurelius, wise as he was, understood the corrosive nature of such emotions. To harbor anger is to allow the transgressions of others to poison your own heart. It's a heavy burden to carry, serving no purpose but to weigh you down. Forgiveness then becomes an act of self-preservation, not a sign of weakness but of strength. To release the bitterness, to choose compassion over anger, is to free yourself from the shackles of the past. However, to forgive is not to forget. It is to acknowledge the wrong that was done, to learn from the experience and to grow stronger and wiser as a result. It is to move forward, not with naivete, but with a clear-eyed understanding of the world and the capacity for both darkness and light that resides within us all. How often do we curse the roadblocks in our path, the unexpected detours, the unforeseen challenges that rise up like mountains before us, threatening to halt our progress? But what if, as Marcus Aurelius suggests, the obstacle itself is the way? Imagine just for a moment a river flowing down from the mountains. It encounters a boulder, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. Does it stop? Does it rage against the unyielding stone? No, it flows around it, adapting its course, gathering strength and momentum from the very thing that sought to impede its progress. So too must you approach the challenges in your own life. See them not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth, for resilience, for discovering hidden strengths you never knew you possessed. Embrace the detours, for they may lead to unexpected vistas. Welcome the struggle, for it is in overcoming adversity that we truly discover who we are. The obstacle is not the end, but the beginning of a new path, a chance to forge a stronger, more resilient version of ourselves. The seasons turn, oblivious to our plans and procrastinations. The sun rises and sets, a constant reminder of the relentless march of time. Nature, in its unwavering cycles, teaches us a valuable lesson. Action delayed is action denied. The farmer who hesitates to sow his seeds in spring will reap no harvest come autumn. The sculptor who endlessly contemplates the perfect form will never bring his vision to life. So too must you seize the present moment. Do not wait for the perfect time, the perfect conditions, for they may never come. Start now with what you have, where you are. Take that first step, however small, towards your goals, for it is in the consistent, persistent action inspired by the urgency of nature itself that dreams take root and flourish. In a world that often celebrates self-promotion and ruthlessness, Marcus Aurelius offers a radical counterpoint. Be your own harshest critic, but extend compassion and understanding to all others. For you and you alone are responsible for the thoughts you think, the actions you take, the character you cultivate. Hold yourself to the highest standards. Demand integrity and excellence from within. But remember, everyone you meet is fighting their own battles, facing their own demons. Extend the same grace and understanding you would wish to receive. Judge less, forgive more, and meet the world with an open heart. For in the words of the Emperor himself, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. This is the path to inner peace and meaningful connection with those around you. The world, much like the gladiatorial arena, is designed to provoke a reaction, to pull you in, to make you act impulsively, to rob you of your reason and control. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us, between stimulus and response there is a space, and it is in this space that your freedom lies. Imagine a sudden storm erupting over the city. The untrained mind panics, reacts with fear and anxiety, but the Stoic mind pauses, observes, and chooses its response. This is the power of the pause. It allows you to step back from the immediacy of your emotions, to see the situation with clarity, and to choose a course of action that is reasoned, measured, and aligned with your values. Do not be a slave to your impulses. Master the art of the pause. Respond, don't react. And in doing so, you claim your freedom, your power, and your inner peace. The world wants you to be chaotic, reactive, angry, addicted, lost. But Marcus Aurelius, he invites you to think clearly, to lead yourself, to stand strong when the world shakes. And that's what AREV is all about. If you're ready to walk the Stoic path, to lead your life like an emperor of the mind, then subscribe to AREV now. More wisdom is waiting. The battle begins within. And remember, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one.